My boyfriend and I got caught having sex. How do I move on? I am so embarrassed, angry, hurt, just really going through all of it. I, 22 years old, came home tonight from a long day of work, and my mother came to me and said, "Your brother and I want to have a chat with you about last night." Last night, my boyfriend came over and we had sex. Nothing out of the norm, but I guess I was too loud this time. We always try to do it discreetly, but I got caught, so my brother, 19 years old, and mother, 52 years old, had a chat with me about how uncomfortable it was to hear me. My mother was doing most of the talking and was speaking for my brother. I was getting emotional, so I looked at my brother and said, "Why did you not come at me directly with this? We are both grown-ups. If you had a problem, you come to me." He stayed quiet, and my mother got defensive, saying, "This is not a whorehouse. Go book a hotel room if you want to do that." I was offended that my mother is essentially slut-shaming me for having sex with my boyfriend of 3 years. I looked at my brother and apologized sincerely because I made him uncomfortable, and that was the last thing I wanted to do. He forgave me, and that was that it hurts because my mother is acting like I am bringing different men to the house. Things got really heated between my mother, and so I started crying and I called my boyfriend to tell him what happened. He says, "I'm sorry for getting you in trouble. Do you want to come over?" And I say, "I would like that." So I pack up my essentials and I left home. My mother has called me, but I'm refusing to pick up, and my brother doesn't know that I left home. I feel really embarrassed and I don't know what to do. A part of me feels really bad for my brother, but at the same time, he is an adult. He should have come up to me one-on-one to have this conversation. How do I move on with this? I don't want my boyfriend to walk on eggshells anytime he comes over now. Update. I came home about an hour ago and I had a lengthy chat with my brother. He said that he should have talked to me privately, but he had to tell someone. I completely understood why, and I apologized to him again for what he heard. We hugged it out, made a few jokes about it, and moved on. After that, I talked to my mother. I started off the conversation with, "Is my boyfriend not allowed to come over anymore?" And she said, "Of course he can come over. We love him and your relationship." I mentioned that I did not appreciate the whorehouse comment, and she got emotional. She told me that it was wrong for her to say that, and that she should have talked with me one-on-one instead of bringing my brother and having a whole discussion about it. She was really beating herself about it. I got emotional too, and we talked about boundaries and what we can and can't do, obviously LOL. We hugged, she sincerely apologized and told me stories about her and my late father, and it made me feel a lot better. So that's that.